Okay, so I'm making this video because this seems to be a decently common problem with the Rx8. I think it has something to do with when they sit for a while, the spring in the door latch will just break. Anyway, if you have a problem where you can't open your door, your driver's side door from the inside or the outside, sometimes I think the lock will seem stuck, or in my case, you were able to unlock it. Like, it would look like it was unlocking, that this would pull out and everything, but the handle just wouldn't do anything. What's causing that is this little spring. The end there is supposed to look like that, breaks off inside of your latching mechanism, and there's nothing you can do from the outside to make that open. So what you have to do is work your way out from the inside. So coming in from that passenger door, you're gonna have to come in here. First thing you're gonna have to do, take the cover off of this, and then you'll be able to stick a screwdriver in here and pull this down, and that'll unlatch your door enough to open it about probably that much. And that doesn't seem like a lot, but you're gonna need that much wiggle room. Then you're gonna take your door panel off as much as you can. This is the really annoying part. If you have the Bose system in your car, unless you're better than me, you won't be able to get your panel off from the inside. And what you're gonna have to do is just unbolt it and peel it off as much as you can. And you're gonna be able to get like probably a good foot from this corner to here, maybe like 10 inches. And then it's gonna just taper off to being stuck there because it's pinched between this and your main door speaker there. So then once you get that peeled back, you're gonna unbolt this and peel it back as much as you can. And then that's gonna give you enough room to squeeze your arm in here and reach towards where the latch is. And that's where this is gonna be. And what you have to do, so this is gonna be solid. This piece right here is gonna be solid in yours. It's not gonna be cut up like mine. But there's a little latch in there. Hold on, let me get a better angle. Basically, there's a little black piece inside the mechanism that gets stuck when you don't have a spring there. And you have to somehow, the method I used was just with a serrated knife, but you have to stick your hand through this crack and saw through, or Dremel, or whatever, to get you a window, enough to get a toothpick, or not a toothpick, but like a pick, or I just shoved my finger through that hole. And then you can lift up on that. And once you're lifting up on that, as long as you still have these two rods connected to your door handle, you're gonna be able to open it and get out. And yeah. So then you just gotta replace this spring. You can get little springs like this at auto parts stores. I got a really long one and then just cut it to be the right size. But yeah, that's the fix to this nightmare. It is terrible to try and do, I'm not gonna lie. But it can be done, and I recommend getting a borescope. That's how I was able to do it. I slid a borescope through the top here and was able to see what I was trying to do in here. But yeah, there's a couple other videos. I think there's like 2 videos on YouTube talking about this. But there's really good guides and forums and stuff. That's what I'd recommend you look at. Let me show you the state of affairs. Borescope, there's my hand in there. Behind not 1, but 2 layers of plastic. This that I'm rubbing my finger on, that I can barely reach, I'm supposed to cut somehow with like a Dremel or something so that I can reach a pick in there and pull down the lock. This is the only way. And this is how much room I have to get my arm in there. I don't know. I might just go out through my window from now on. So I just replaced the spring, and I wanted to show real quick what you're going for when you have your arm behind this panel here. So right back in there, kind of see it, it's dark. That right there is where the latch is. What's that white moving up and down right now? You wouldn't be able to see normally, but that's the area you have to cut out, and that's where you have to stick your pry bar or screwdriver or whatever.